morning to you, and thanks for staying tuned to Sunrise FM 96.1. My name is Precious Chukwekezie, and I'm glad to welcome you to the program, A Stitch in Time, coming to you from Sunrise FM 96.1. And so today we'll be diving into a topic that resonates deeply with the future of education, that is empowering talented but indigent students with education. You know, out there are many children, there are many bright children, but they are not able to move forward because of some financial issues. So today we are thinking of how we can be of help to this kind of students. You know that they are very, very talented. They are gifted, or they are coming from a very poor background, which means they are not able to push themselves forward. Their families are not able to give them what they need to move forward educationally. So today on the program, we are going to explore ways that we can actually be of help to these children. This is something that is up for each and every one of us, not just some persons. It's for the government, individuals, NGOs, anybody at all that is touched, good-spirited individuals, you out there. So just for you to see that we have a responsibility. And you know, when we give equal access to education to all students, it goes a long way. It promotes social justice. It empowers the individuals. It strengthens democracy. It drives economic growth. It improves health and well-being. This reduces poverty, as we are seeing in the world today, in Nigeria in particular. So it fosters social cohesion. It promotes social or sustainable development. So there is a lot that can be achieved when all students, everybody has equal access to education. And so to discuss this issue today, we have with us, she will actually be joining us virtually to discuss this topic so that we find a way forward. We are talking about Dr. Amaka Chikodo. She is the founder and CEO Global Education Drive, that is GED. Ma'am, we are glad to have you on the program today.
Thank you so much, Precious, for that wonderful introduction. It's an honor to be here.
Okay, Ma'am, can you tell us, you have an NGO that caters for gifted students, that's talented students who are coming from a very poor background. What motivated you to go into this go into this direction in helping the students? What actually inspired you?
Thank you, Precious. You know, it is said that the worst thing that can happen to any society is to allow great talent go to waste because of economic disability. I personally saw an education gap, a needed divide between the rich and the poor, simply because of lack of education access. Growing up in my community in Enugu State, to be precise, I was that need. It took a community to fulfill my desire to get not just secondary but tertiary education. I became motivated to do something, especially after working with former Governor Chime at his SSA in international resources and managing the Enugu State Community Resource Center. I can tell you that back in those days, every weekday, the center is packed with young adults who were not looking for handouts, but someone to give them hands up, including exceptional blind and disabled youth. I can also report that through the Office of the Governor, the center was financed and sustained. for 4 years. Today, that center, established by an international organization, from what I'm hearing, is no more. These personal and institutional experiences and more molded who I am today and my passion for education support, especially for indigent students. I started Global Education Drive, which we call GED for short, with a group of technocrats and volunteers to do one thing. We want to create a model that can fulfill that need. Our mission was simple: to use the power of education to reduce poverty footprints in every eligible family. And we had a focused vision, creating opportunities for these students. And that's what motivated me and is still motivating me today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so how do you identify these exceptionally talented students who are from poor background? Because if you make it open, anybody can just jump into it. So how have you been able to identify these persons who are in need?
Thank you so much. You're right. When you talk about support, sponsorship, or anything community driven, everybody will raise their hand, whether they have financial ability or not. But here's what we do at GED to make sure that our resources go to the people we intend them to go to. We partner with government and educators via public schools. We also partner with the community itself through a spot we have created that we call Community Education Ambassadors. Most importantly, we partner with students themselves. We have a template that defines what we're looking for, and we give it out and have students fill it out truthfully and as much as they can. And we work with the school and community leaders to set up practical observation and selection criteria for primary and secondary schools. Another important thing we do is empower our education ambassadors in each community. While we must say that not every community has education ambassadors as we speak today, but these ambassadors identify their indigent students. And we also work with educators, like I said before, who are more likely to identify these exceptional, gifted, and talented students with high ability, but disabled financially. That's how we do our selections.
Okay, that's nice. Then can you describe some of the key programs or initiatives that your NGO has offered or offers to support these students?
Yes. GED, since its inception, has focused on 5 cardinal initiatives. The first one is exam access. We want to make sure that no talented student, especially an indigent student, is left behind from being able to afford WAEC fees, GCE fees, or even fees to take international exams like ACT and or the SAT and other international exams. GED stands in that gap, motivating the community themselves to support these students and sometimes supporting them directly. We also have what we call teacher support. This is where we provide teachers with the materials they need to identify this high ability of financially disabled students in their class. We offer scholarships. What these scholarships do is to help students pay some fees required in some public schools from primary to JS3 and maybe from SS1 to SS2 as they finalize their secondary education. We have an annual event we call Best Students Award, which recognizes and rewards best students, irrespective of their financial background. I keep that financial background key because if you have a student doing very well, they should not be denied that best student award simply because she's coming from a rich family. We also go behind the scenes to pick out those students who are marginally performing well that can do better if we provide them with better opportunities and finance things like school textbooks and all the exam preparation materials for them. Which brings me to our new initiative, which is called Exam Prep, both for international and local exams. We added this just to encourage the community that we partner with, the communities we partner with, to provide a dedicated center where students can prepare for GCE, WAEC, JAMB, international exams. We focus on a special cohort who are first generation students. We give them a little more priority when we look at the selection criteria before we make it open to everybody. What is GED committed to? We are committed to ending family unit poverty by empowering the first student or the first entrepreneur in each family. Every year we do EduFest. EduFest is one of our creations that has become so popular in so many communities. And we work behind the scenes with communities to own EduFest and celebrate EduFest every year. They can choose one time in a year, maybe December or Easter period, when you have a large influx of people at home. Finally, but not the least, is our newest addition, which we call Workforce Solution. How did this come up? We realized that it's okay to prepare students who are in school, primary, secondary, get them ready to pass exams, gain admission both locally and international. But as we're waiting for those to finish and graduate, we're thinking about the ones that had already graduated who didn't have access to these opportunities, who are roaming the streets because they don't have a job, not because they can't do a job, but they don't have a honed skill that can help them achieve those jobs. I'll stop here for now, but we're always open at GED, partnering with communities for every new opportunities to help that indigent students. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I must say you are doing a great job. And I'm just hoping that people are listening and they'll be willing to also do your part. And it's great to know that you are working closely with educators, schools, communities to achieve these objectives. And that's really commendable. But I know that for you to have come this far, there must be some challenges you must have encountered. So can you let us into some of these challenges and let us know how you've been able to surmount some of them?
Thank you so much. The biggest challenge we face is lack of sincerity amongst our people. I'm bold to say this because we walk into a community and everybody lines up the list with their own people, the people they think should be benefiting. And again, changing the people who should benefit, who are our indigent families and the communities. We put a high level of trust on our education ambassadors to be able to give us the true situation of things. Another way we overcome this huge challenge to make sure that the grants or the opportunities go to the right people and the right students is also identifying other hidden support from the community and taking time out to study the demographic and leadership of all the sub-communities in every community we work with. Another biggest challenge we have is the lack of morale from these students. They lack dedicated engagement to succeed through schools. The In those days, we used to have school mothers and fathers who would hold our hands as we grow and to show us how to navigate challenges in school. I think those are no more in most schools. So, and because of that lack of support, a lot of students fall into the support they know, which is exaggerated need demonstration just to benefit. And when you give them that opportunity, these are the set of students that will not be able to excel or pass. We have this erroneous impression that from students, and it's so scary. They believe that the current education system in Enugu State is a scam. I think they believe so because our government was not reaching out. I use the word was because I see the current government of Governor Peter Mba making great strides, and the Commissioner for Education in Enugu State making great taking great steps to make sure that they are not shielded at the level of just communicating with the school administrators and teachers, but that they are also going into the school to talk directly with the school leadership and the students themselves. It's a model that was used in Anambra State years ago, and today Anambra State education system is doing very well. I'm hoping that we can replicate that in Enugu State.
Okay.
Another biggest challenge we have is lack of mentors and lack of sponsorship, which flattens the students' morale. The biggest among the female students is early marriage, where parents of indigent students believe that the best way to get them out of poverty is for someone to marry them early, get them out of school, and collect their bride price. I'm happy to report that that dynamic is changing, but we still have a long way to go. There's this what we call non-productive influence from family and friends. I'm also happy to report that as we're engaging the communities, these family and friends are stepping up to say, hey, I have a niece, I have a cousin that can benefit. Some of these family and friends are actually in the diaspora and have the financial ability to just dedicate to that family and change their narrative, economic narratives to be specific. There is this corruption process in the exam admission process that makes students feel that they have to bribe a lecturer, a teacher, or the school, the people who do this grade these question papers in order to pass. That reading and studying or learning how to take these exams is not necessary. That's a very painful one that is become endemic, that needs to be expunged as soon as possible. I have high regards for the Ministry of Education and the department that administer WAEC and other examinations in Enugu State. So I'm hoping that in partnership with them, we can convince students that the process is free of corruption. And so the last one is, which is usually the biggest, is when you have uneducated parents for first generation students, and they accept their lot as being that, well, how.
Okay, you are still listening to It's Teaching Time, coming to you from Sunrise FM 96.1, and today we are focusing on how we can help talented, exceptionally intelligent students who are from a very poor background educationally. So that's actually our focus on today's edition of It's Teaching Time, and we have been speaking with Dr. Amaka Chikodu. She is the founder and the CEO, Global Education Drive, that is GED. You're still listening to It's Teaching Time, coming to you from Sunrise FM 96.1, and we still have our guest on the line, Dr. Amaka Chikodu. founder and CEO, Global Education Drive. Ma'am, we really appreciate you and commend you in what you've been doing, helping the students get on their feet and move. That's really commendable, and I'm hoping that other people will also take such great steps to also support. And I would like to ask you, what do you think? What programs or policies or initiatives do you think that government should implement to help or to support these exceptionally intelligent students who are from the poor background? Because of time, we might not really be able to go on with some of other questions that we have for you, but we're hoping that sooner rather than later we will also have you on the program so that you let us in more into what the GED is doing, because we will also like to know what the GED is planning ahead. But before that, I would like to encourage each and every one of us, everybody out there, no matter where you are or who you are, please key into this initiative. Help support people who cannot support themselves. God will bless you as you do that. This is a call to action for each and every one of us. And on this note, before we call it a day, I would like to let you know that we have been speaking with Dr. Amaka Chikodo. She is the founder and CEO of Global Education Drive, GED. Thank you once again for being there, and I appreciate you for staying tuned to Sunrise FM 96.1. My name is Precious Chwekezie. Don't forget that your life is precious, and the lives of all these our students that we are planning to support are so precious. Thank you once again for being there. Bye for now.